So what is holding space? How can you hold space for someone or for a group, and why is it beneficial to do so? This is what we're going to learn in this video. If this is the first time that we meet, I'm Jonas Erb, and on this channel we talk about authenticity and personal growth. We provide tools and ideas that help you gain clarity, freedom, and fulfillment in your life. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing, just down here. So holding space, this is something that is talked about a lot, but it's kind of difficult to explain and difficult to experience. But in the end, it's very simple. Holding space means to be fully present, to be fully there with someone, and just allowing yourself to let go of your own kind of thoughts and stories, and just being present there with the other person, really listening, really wanting to understand and kind of be there for the other person. So I like to compare it to an example where you hold, let's say you have a little baby, the baby is crying. And what you can do is you can just hold this baby in your arms. And if you're just fully present, if you're just fully there with this baby in your arms, you don't even have to say anything. You don't even have to do anything really. You're just there, fully present. You're not wandering around in your thoughts and thinking about what you're gonna eat next, or what about the stock exchange or any other thing. You're just fully there and present. And the baby's gonna feel that. And if you're really fully there, it's likely that it's going to relax and relax more and be more just kind of like, maybe cries less or just stops crying because you're just there, you're just present. That's really holding space. You're just fully like holding the space for this baby. And it's a simple example because there you don't have to talk or do anything really, but you're going to have to be fully present. And if you're not fully present, if you're wandering around in your thoughts and so on, and you're talking to someone else, or you're looking somewhere and you're not really there, the baby's going to feel that. And it's the same thing with people. Like, holding space really means that you're fully there, you're fully present with the other person. And it's not really a lot about, talking, or it's not about you writing your own story and telling the other person stuff. It's more like you just being there, listening and receiving what the other person is saying, and you're just giving the space for them to express themselves and be there and be heard. It's like, have you ever had it that you had some kind of issue, some kind of something that was bothering you, and you were spinning around in your head all the time about this whole thing, and you had some emotions, maybe you were sad or angry, or you had fear, and you somehow didn't seem to get ahead. You were just you look always like spinning around. And then you're sitting, like meeting a friend or someone that was really fully present with you, and you were talking about what was bothering you, and by the other person just being there and being present and really listening, you were able to kind of say whatever was bothering you, but somehow you were able to get new thoughts, and you were able to process the emotions to some extent, and you were feeling better after talking to this person. You were feeling like somehow this issue kind of resolved itself, or you got a different point of view on the whole thing, just because you had another person in front of you, and the process that you were going through inside of yourself was different. It was changed, it was altered by this other person being fully present. And that's really what holding space is about. It's about giving the other person the possibility to experience him or herself in a different way. Because when this other person is there, fully present, it do something with you, it makes you go through and experience yourself a little differently, and go through a different process than you would normally if you were just by yourself. Imagine you sitting in front of an empty chair, or you sitting in front of a chair where there's someone just looking at you empathically, being fully there, just listening, really listening to you. That's really the power of holding space, because it's gonna feel different if this other person is sitting in front of you rather than just an empty chair. And so that's really what the impact is of holding space. And holding space, so basically, how can you hold space? And holding the space, you can hold space for a group, and you can hold space for a person. And it's kind of similar, like when you're holding space for a person, it's just fully present and listening to this person. If you're holding space for a group, you're just listening and just seeing where is everyone at, just feeling everyone, looking at people, being really attentive and listening what's going on with them. And so how can you really hold space? Holding the space really is, I would kind of compare it to, it's almost like a meditation practice. You're just being fully there, you're just kind of almost like meditating with the other person, in a sense that you're just really allowing yourself to be fully present. And whenever thoughts or stuff is going to come up inside of you, you just allow yourself to let go of it and just be fully present with this person. And it's really not about you writing your own story, wanting to tell the other person stuff or kind of like what you think about it and so on and so on, but you're just listening. And sometimes maybe the other person says something and you kind of add to their process, to their way of thinking. You just add some kind of something, some impulse that's coming up. You just let them know, you tell them. Well, you're not trying to solve their problem. You're not like trying to help them, solve their problem, but you're just being present so they can solve their problem themselves, if they even have a problem, or just going through the process of whatever you're going through. And so it's kind of like letting go of yourself a little bit and just being present with the other person. That is really holding the space. You don't have to be like, say like, what a cool person you are, kind of, give something about you, give this like a me thing to the other person. It's more about allowing the other person to experience its own emotions, thoughts, and whatever they're saying, and being fully present with that, and really going at it as almost as it was kind of meditation, and you're just being fully present. And one thing that helps as well is if you're kind of allowing yourself to be empathetic and feel empathy for the other person, allowing yourself to feel love, just genuine empathy and caring for the other person, and just being present with that. And that's really holding space. It's just being fully present, being fully there, and listening to what's going on with the other person, listening and really being present with what they're saying. I did a video once which was emotional support versus problem solving. I'm gonna link it up here. And this video was really about the difference between wanting to help someone solve a problem versus just being there and supporting the other person emotionally by just being there. And holding the space is kind of like emotional support. It's kind of like you're just being there. You're not trying to solve their problem. You're not trying to do something for them, but you're just trying to fully be there and let them have, experience themselves in a different way. So I hope you liked what I said in this video. Let me know what happens when you apply this, and also let me know, have you ever felt, someone was really holding the space for you, and how did it change the way that you were experiencing yourself? So if you liked the video, please hit the like button. And if you want to support my channel, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell, and close on the notification bell so you will be notified when new videos are going to come out. And watch some more of my videos. This one is the one that YouTube thinks you would like the most, and this one is my most recent video. So have fun watching and have a great day. Goodbye everyone.